Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Boone.
If you've ever heard the phrase a comma cloud formation, this is what we're talking about, those mid-latitude cyclones, that perfect comma shape, that tight circulation up towards Nebraska, and then it has that kind of tail end of it. That's actually the front. Again, looks like a little comma. It's pretty nice picturesque setup that we're seeing across much of the United States. In fact, we're still seeing a lot of the warnings associated with this large system, still seeing those blizzard conditions as well as winter storm warnings for the northern plains. Further towards the south, though, it starts to transition into those warmer temperatures. It actually becomes more of the severe weather threat. We're actually still seeing some of those tornado watches now moving into parts of Mississippi, as well as the shades of green, some of those flood watches. But for here in the Lone Star State, things are actually starting to settle back down. That front pushing out of the area. We're looking at those cooler temperatures and clear skies back behind it. Again, an excellent opportunity for this evening if you're trying to stay up and take a look at that meteor shower. We're going to hang on to those mostly clear skies. 68 was our afternoon high. Sort of. It was the high temperature, but it wasn't the afternoon high. This was the 1 a.m. high temperature. Let me show you what that looked like on the past 24 hours. We actually saw those temperatures right after midnight where we were flirting with that 68-degree mark. Then those showers kind of started to pop up, and saw those storms, rumbles of thunder about 2 a.m. Then we saw the front move through, cooler temperatures back behind that front, and then you saw your afternoon warm up. So it's not very often we get that double dip in there. Usually you need that first early morning cold front to kind of make its way through. So again, kind of a rare sight. Normally we just see the afternoon bump and then those overnight lows. But with those clear skies, we're going to see those temperatures cool down for us tonight. We're already seeing well on its way. 46 degrees in downtown San Angelo. Dew points much drier back behind that front into the 30s. Again, we were seeing those dew points into the 50s and 60s for the past couple of days with plenty of cloud coverage. Again, much drier back behind it. And those winds have started to settle down out of the south west at 6 miles per hour. 40s for the majority of the Concho Valley. Do have one holdout out in Mason, 53 degrees. Everybody else cooling off fairly nicely into the 40s, 47 in Eden and 43 in El Dorado. So again, those temperatures dropping down into the 40s. They're going to continue to hang out as we go through the overnight hours. We did see some of those windier conditions earlier today. Again, saw some of those gusts up to 30 miles per hour, even a gust of 40 out in Arizona. A little bit calmer towards our southeast. Not as breezy, but we still saw some of those wind gusts get up to 25 miles per hour. Much calmer now as we've kind of gone into the evening hours, but we are expecting these winds to kind of pick back up as we get into the early morning hours and into the afternoon. Clear skies, that's going to continue. Temperatures dropping down to the low 40s and upper 30s throughout the area. And again, hanging on to the clear skies, that's going to continue for us tomorrow as well. A little bit cooler as we see temperatures only reaching into the upper 50s for afternoon highs. And those winds, again, will start to decrease just a little bit as we get in towards the evening hours, but they'll pick up right around the lunchtime hours. So could be still seeing some of those breezy conditions up to 25 miles per hour. And then as we get into the later afternoon, evening hours, that's when those winds really start to kind of settle down. We'll see those calmer conditions make its return. Quiet conditions expected for much of the state as the front pushes off towards the east. We'll look at clear skies for the majority of the state, though. As we get in towards the weekend, could be seeing a little bit increase in that cloud coverage, the chance for a very isolated shower possible in towards our southeastern counties. But again, for the most part, we'll be looking at clear skies for the next couple of days. Temperatures hanging out into the 50s. There's that 10% chance for a very isolated rain chance, though most of us staying dry as we go through the next 7 days with the temperatures hanging out in the 50s.